Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. So, already, Pritam has put me under pressure by saying your time starts now. And also, given the hype before we all entered the stage, also has put us under extreme pressure already. So, before I start speaking about my journey and contributions and my message, etc., which was conveyed to me before yesterday itself that, sir, you're supposed to talk on these lines. So, I just made this picture. It's a collage basically. So, why did I prepare this collage is because I am a movie buff. So, I'm an artist also, amateur artist, I do sketching, etc. So I do always like things when it is presented as a story, presented interestingly. So I prepared this picture. This is one single collage, no PPT, no 100 slides. I will not be explaining every slide as such. So this picture, if you see, the top half, the upper half has the picture of my college slam book. So when I graduated from Bangalore Medical College, so Silhouette is the name of the slam book that was prepared by my batch. So 2013, 10 years ago. Okay, so 10 years ago there were a set of questions that is asked to each one of us. And we need to fill in, and that gets printed. And this book is there with us, with all of us, my batchmates. So in there, one question was, I'll highlighted that. What do you see yourself as 10 years from now? So this was a question, interesting, but all of us at that age, just coming out of college, not serious enough in life. So we had to fill in something. And I was casual enough to fill in something, but I wanted to add some meaning to what I'm filling because this book stays with me. And this picture I clicked yesterday. Okay? This book stays with me. I repeat, it has stayed with me. It has been 10 years since I wrote that. And what have I written? My response to that question was, what do you see yourself as 10 years from now? A civil servant in a cool place anywhere in India. And today, so just 5 minutes ago, Bharat sir was mentioning. So you have to see yourself 10 years, 20 years from now. What do you want to see yourself? It should be ingrained in your mind. So it is actually absolutely true. So and today, that's about the bottom half of the collage that I've made. 2023. If you can see my name, this was a notification on December 31st that came, and it says Dr. Akash S IAS Karnataka of the 2019 batch has been posted as Chief Executive Officer of Zilla Panchayat Kodagu. And surprisingly, I just casually wrote cool, and literally I'm in a cool place now, posted. and it's all been God's blessing as such. So nothing of this, I would say, is what I have achieved, and all this, the bottom half is purely blessing from the Almighty, is what I have to say. And why do I say this? Is because I have written 2013. So as I would try to make this a little interesting, like a movie director maybe narrating a story, I'll go back 20 years from then. 20 years back, from 2013. That is 1993. I was a toddler. I was growing up in a ghetto, in a slum-like locality in Mysore. My father, I come from a lower middle class family. My father was a Group D employee. And for most of you youngsters who are not aware of what groups are in government setup, he was working in railway department. So he was the one who was opening the door of the officer in the office where he was working. And today, his son is the officer who is entering the same room when someone else is opening the door. So 2023, when this is happening, in 1993, it has to be my father's good karma, probably. And growing up, let me just move 10 years ahead, 10 years from there ahead, say 2003. So 2003, I was in my class 8th. Okay, I was studying in Marimalappa's High School, Mysore. And in those 13 years of my life and school life, especially academic life as such, I was very sharp in studies. I was academically sound, and extracurricular activities I was really interested in everything. So be it science exhibition, be it quiz, be it sports also, I used to be always there up front. So my teacher, one of my social studies teacher in class 8, told me one day when I participated and presented something interesting in a science exhibition, she said, these are the kind of kids who will become IAS officers one day. So this was told to me in 2003. And then that day, in 2003, class 8 when I was in, I did not know the expansion of IAS. So after the class, I asked her, what is it, madam? So she told me, and I asked her, so why did you say that you will become an IAS? So she said, because the job requires someone who is proactive, who's academically sound, who's informed, who's knowledgeable. This is what she said. And then I was like, okay, correct. So growing up in a lower middle class family and expecting to reach somewhere high in life. So this is something which is a good offer. I don't need money to achieve this. I don't need great backup. I don't need influential people with me to achieve this. She has told me, it's all knowledge, information. And you're wise enough and you're proactive enough, you'll reach there. That's it. So I had that was faith. You may call it blind faith, but that was an ignition. And then what happens? I'll jump to 2013. I pass out of college. Now I'll have to prepare for civil services examination because I have exclaimed it on my slam book. 150 of my batchmates are seeing it, have seen it. They'll mock at me. So 10 years from then, if I don't reach there, if I'm not there, they'll definitely mock at me. I've declared it to the world. So I'll have to invest myself. So what happens? I don't have someone who's already in the civil services in my family. So no one to actually guide me through or teach me or tell me as to, you'll have to apply for this exam here. And this is the time when the notification will be out and you'll have to apply. And these are the books that you'll have to read. And these are the different stages of the exam. So I didn't know nothing. I didn't know anything about this exam, this service. So then starts my venture, exploration. So I have started to explore, let's say, the Indian Ocean, as vast as an Indian Ocean, in a non-motorized boat, all with the faith and hope that one day I'll be there. So I just start my journey, and then what happens? I'll jump 5 years from 2013, 5 years ahead from 2013, 2018, the same day 2018. Where was I? I have exclaimed, 10 years from now I'll be a civil servant posted anywhere in a cool place, anywhere in India. So 5 years already to 2018, it means that I have exhausted 5 years already. Am I there? Have I reached my goal, my destination? Actually, no. So 2018, this day, 5 years ago, I had exhausted time, money, resources, and attempts also. So there are 6 attempts to crack this exam. UPSC gives you 6 opportunities, and every year only once will the exam be called. So I have invested 5 years, and I have achieved nothing. I have just exhausted 5 attempts. I did clear the exam twice, but the ranks were not good enough to get me IAS. So I was disappointed. I was let down. I myself have I have let down myself. No one has done this. No one has done this to me. So what happens? 2018, I decided, last attempt. So, and this is going to be, I'll give it everything, no matter what. Let's see what happens. I'll give it everything. And imagine, sir was saying, quoting Vivekananda, if you make one idea, if you take up one serious idea, and if you think about it repeatedly, if you walk it, if you every breath of yours should be dedicated for achieving that idea. So this was what I was doing. So I was watering a bamboo seed for 5 years for no avail, for no good result as such. I've not yet seen this bamboo sapling grow or in the seed become a sapling. I've not seen it. 5 years. 5 years I was sleeping, I was eating, I was breathing, I was walking, I was doing everything only to become an IAS. Nothing else was there in my mind. Nothing else basically. And yes, 2018 I gave this exam, last attempt. And 2019, April 6th it was the day before Ugadi. So that day, results came, and imagine, I have invested everything. I've been sleeping, I've been doing literally everything as a human being who's alive to become an IAS. So by now I had reached a stage wherein I know everything about the exam. I just need to take those steps and then achieve a rank. I had set a target to place myself within top 50 All India. So top 50 All India seems like just a figure, just a number, just another number. Let me tell you the difficulty that one has to go through, the huge amount of competition that one has to witness or see through. There are 10 lakh people who apply for this exam. 10 lakh. This year, February month, 10 lakh people across India would apply for this exam. And 10 lakh more are preparing and planning to give this exam next year. Okay, next year, February, they are planning to apply and they are preparing now. Okay, so overall, there are not less than 20 lakh people in this country right now who are thinking to become an IAS. And finally, when the results come, how many of them will make it into the rank list? Only 180. Okay? So I had set a target. Out of these 20 lakh people, that is roughly the population of Mangaluru district. So I'll have to be in top 50. This was my target. So April 5, 2019, I get a call from my friend. And he told me, Akash, result is out. Okay, so what's my rank? I didn't ask him, have I cleared? Because I knew. Because having lived 6 years to be there, I knew I would have cleared. And I asked him, what's the rank? He said 78, All India. I was not happy. I said, 78, okay. And I was like, hey, you've gotten 78, rank within 100. This was what you're dreaming for. Actually, I had lied to you guys that it should be a rank within 100. It should have been a rank within 50. But still, I was content. I was relieved, I was satisfied. Ultimately, 6 years of watering that bamboo seed did result in a sapling. Okay, I had to wait for 6 years. And it was very, very satisfying because the spark to become an IAS officer was This ignition came from my teacher when I was in class 8, when I was 13. And 2003, when I was just a toddler, when I was a kid growing up in a ghetto in Mysore, reaching Mussoorie. Mussoorie is we consider it as the Mecca for us people as civil service aspirants, because that is where the training academy is there. Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy for Administration. So Labasna, Mussoorie. So the journey from Mysore to Mussoorie, when I look back, wow. So I feel satisfied that day. I feel content. And 2013, when I write this, 2023, I stand here having achieved what I had exclaimed. However, having said this, after clearing the exam, 2019, I always have this urge to declare and also keep goals, certain goals. 10 years from now, where do I want to see myself? So 2014, I guess, in an Oscar speech, this actor, Matthew McConaughey, all of you go back in YouTube, that is there, his Oscar speech. He says, I always keep that goal. I want to see, I have a hero who I chase always, and that hero is myself, my dream hero, myself 10 years from now. And he says, when he reaches there and sees, have I reached, have I seen, did I become that hero? He says, no, not even close. Same thing goes. So 2023, after 10 years, did I, actually yes, I did become, but have I achieved everything that I am craving for in life? Actually, no. So after the results, again, another declaration I had to make, because 2030, so 2030, when I give a speech or something just like this, I'll be satisfied if I can show an evidence that I said this, and 2030 I'm here already. Because it's satisfying. So 2020 I declared, saying that 10 years from now, I'll be working in the Prime Minister's office, trying to frame policies which will impact every Indian in the entire nation, across states. So this was the declaration that I made in 2020. And today I reiterate, 7 years from now, probably if God's will is there, I'll come back here and give a talk again. And even otherwise, anywhere I'll be speaking, I'll exclaim one day in Surathkal, 2023, January 12th, on the National Youth Day, I exclaimed that I'll be in the Prime Minister's office, and see, I'm already in the Prime Minister's office. This I want to tell in 2030. This is my goal. And having said this, my message, this is not my message, this is something Swami Vivekananda gave to the entire nation as such back then. So I will just rephrase it, paraphrase it, and give it as my message through him. So to achieve anything, we need not set goals saying that I will change this, I will change the world, I will change the society, I will change that, I will change this. No. He says, please strengthen yourself, your own body, mind and soul. So my re-modified message would be, try to ensure that you will have a body of an athlete, meaning which? Have a body which is independent. Independent andre, independent even from medications. You're that healthy, that fit. And a mind of a stoic. Stoic andre, someone who doesn't go for instant gratification. Instant gratification, no. Make small sacrifices for the larger good. Okay? Lastly, and the spirit of a warrior. Spirit of a warrior andre, I will never give in. I will never I will never accept failure. Okay. So this mentality of a warrior helped me write this exam, give this exam for 6 times in a row, saw failure 5 times and 5 years in a row, 5 into 365 days I was thinking of victory, not failure. And that kind of an attitude, body of an athlete, mind of a stoic, and the spirit of a warrior will definitely take you wherever you want to reach, just like this. It can be anything, any field, but ensure that you become the strongest version that you want to see, and set goals for 10 years and try to reach there. Okay? So thank you. Thanks a lot.